Hey guys, it's Jasmine and this is Q&A Monday. If you are new to this channel, welcome. We typically put out a video every Catterday, but this month we are shooting for daily. I say shooting for because that is the goal, and we shoot for the stars here because then we'll at least land amongst the, or no, what is the saying? We shoot for the sky and then we will land amidst the stars. Okay. That being said, we do put out weekly videos typically, and if you'd like to learn more about kitty stuff, feline nutrition, cat care tips, fun facts, or things for humans like workouts, recipes, stress management tips, and a whole lot more, then go ahead and click that subscribe button below, as well as the little bell icon that's right next to it here on YouTube, so that you can get notified whenever new videos go up. Or if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure to follow our page, Cat Lady Fitness. So this week, Monday, today, happy Monday, aka December 2nd, I think it is, we are going to do a little Q&A action, and I'm just going to read through some of the questions that I've gotten and go through them fairly quickly, because you guys know my videos have the tendency to be like 20 years long. I'm trying to work on that. 2020, that is my goal, and it will happen. But for the time being, we're just going to do the best we can, because that's all we can do. So let's just get into it and some cues. Hey, Jasmine, what are your thoughts about cat dental care cleaning? My kitty's pre-diet was 100% dry kibble. Now she's 100% raw food. Smiley face. Thank you. Awesome. I've gotten so many messages about this, and I'm going to have a video coming out about this, but I will tell you that thus far, I don't do anything for Puppy when it comes to kind of like an extra step in dental care. I got Puppy when he was maybe 5 or 6 years old, something like that. He's 11 now. And what I would have done is gotten him just like a complete workup when I first got him and he was younger, meaning the complete dental cleaning, because he came from pretty unfavorable living situation. I mean, he was eating dry kibble from a bag in a hot garage. He was infested with fleas. He wasn't in really good shape. And you've probably seen his before and after pictures if you've been on catladyfitness.com. So what I would have done differently if I knew then what I knew now about the importance of their dental care is I would have kind of given him this full, complete workup, including the dental cleaning. Really, that's the only thing I didn't include, because he did get a full checkup and blood work and all that stuff. But I would have taken care of that back then, just so he had the clean slate, since I started feeding him raw food almost immediately when I got him, because with raw food, they don't build up all of that extra tartar on their teeth. One of the things they say is it's supposed to help the dry kibble, and the crunching is supposed to help scrape the tartar off their teeth. But especially because they don't produce salivary amylase, it really doesn't do that. It causes more harm than good, as many of us know. I've been for a while looking into the best options, one of which is I'm still considering getting him the full dental cleaning at the vet. As you guys know, very expensive, but that is something I'm considering. I really do want to do it, but I don't like the thought of him going under anesthesia, considering he's 11, which, it's not ancient, but it's considered to be senior for cats, which I don't like calling him a senior cat. He's not. He's a young boy. But I've turned down quite a few things from all kinds of different companies and products, but specifically for dental cat care, because a lot of them that are put out there have things that are not safe for cats to consume or to put in their mouths. And I believe one of them had peppermint oil, essential peppermint oil, and I can't remember the exact ingredients. One of them did have alcohol in it, but it was just things that I was like, I don't feel like these are the best thing to give Puppy or to put in his mouth. But stay tuned. I will have a video coming out about this. I am compiling research now. I'm looking at different options. And I will say that anytime he goes to the vet for his checkup, which is at least once a year, I try to make it twice a year, but at least once a year, they say that he has a moderate amount of tartar buildup, but it's nothing to be super concerned about. Would it be a good idea to get a deep cleaning? Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be? But is it of utmost importance according to my vet? And from what I can tell looking at his teeth, you know, he doesn't have any type of gingivitis or inflammation to where he needs something done. So I guess that's where I stand with the dental cat care cleaning. Sorry if that didn't really answer your question, but you know, just being as honest and transparent as possible. I will say stay tuned because you guys know, especially because I've had a lot of requests for it, there will be a video about that. Next question, is it safe to run a diffuser with essential oils, 100% pure, of course, with cats in the household? I would opt not to, and I actually recently put a video out about this entitled, Are Essential Oils Safe for Cats? I think that's the title, and I'll link that video in the description below. I suggest checking that out, and that will hopefully help you gauge what your best option is and what you decide to do. Next question, can fish be fed raw? So I'm guessing this means, can cats be fed raw fish? Yes, they can. Not in the raw food mixture, not as a part of the protein in the raw food meat, but for example, for Puppy's birthday, I will get him a little, like maybe 2 ounces of wild caught high quality salmon or even tuna and chop that up and give it to him as like a birthday treat. But it's not suggested that it be included in raw food. And I will have a video about this as well, because they tend to be high in iodine and they aren't high in taurine. And there are a few other reasons, but I would not include raw fish in the raw cat food recipe. Next question, have you done a video on ear cleaning? I have not. I can in the future. In all honesty, Puppy and Alfred, their ears seem to be good to go. If I do notice they seem a little bit like there's something going on in there in terms of just like a little bit of, you know, dark pieces, maybe stuff on the kind of outside membrane of it, then I'll take a Q-tip to it, and it's usually pretty quick and no problem. And that is, gosh, I've maybe done that 4 or 5 times a year. But their Puppy is a meticulous cleaner. And again, every time I take either of them to the vet for their checkups, their ears are always good to go and get like the A-OK, great clean ears. So, and a lot of the stuff that I say with their teeth being in good condition and their ears being in good condition, I do hold on account of their raw meat, raw cat food diet. So it all stems from diet when it comes to humans as well. You know, a lot of the even amount of earwax, even, you know, dental health for humans, it can stem from what you're nourishing yourself with and feeding yourself. Same for cats. So luckily, they've seemed to be A-OK on that, and I will be happy to make a video. I will add that to the list. Rep Titan asked, what is your opinion on indoor-outdoor cats? Would you consider doing a video on it? Feel free to use my username. Sure did. Thank you for the question, Rep Titan. And my opinion on them, I don't really have one. I personally feel more comfortable having indoor cats with access to the outdoors, sort of like Puppy and Alfred do in their catio. I don't think I'd be okay with an indoor-outdoor cat situation, but I also, and perhaps it's my tendency to be maybe a little diplomatic sometimes with things, but I can acknowledge that that's also like a bridge that I would cross once I got to it, because I don't know if there was an indoor-outdoor cat that came to me and it would be situational if it showed up at my door and I found out their owners moved away. But if I was to adopt a cat from a shelter, which is all I would do, would I give it an option to be an indoor-outdoor cat? I wouldn't. And Puppy and Alfred are what they are, and I think they are going to be my only feline fur babies as far as I can tell in the future. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm so wishy-washy with a lot of these answers because I tend to see both sides of things, and I try to be as accurate and honest as possible. So I'm sorry if that didn't answer your question. I am more of an indoor cat person, but I know tons of people that have had indoor-outdoor cats, and that works best for them. Next question. What do you think is the best way to harness train a kitty? Okay, so I do have a video coming up about this, about harness training or walking your cat. And something I will share in that video, but that I'll share answering here, is that you have to kind of go by your cat's personality and behavior. I'll use Puppy and Alfred as examples. Puppy is a door dasher. Puppy is adventurous. He's curious. He wants to see what's going on outside. He loves going on car rides. When I got him the harness and leash, he was super open to going for a walk. And there is a strategy in order to leash train or harness train your cat, which I will have in that video. But Alfred, on the other hand, I would never try to harness train and never try to take out on walks. He's just not interested. He's a little too timid. He's a little too anxious. He has no interest in going outside past his catio. If the front door is wide open, Puppy will just like dash out of there. Alfred will kind of scoot back and hide because he's like, what is that big bad world out there? So my first piece of advice is to go by your cat's behavior and personality. Don't force him to if he's not ready, I guess is the number one thing. Next question, can it be stressful or in other ways unhealthy for a cat if their owner has a bad sleeping pattern or no sleeping pattern at all? That's a great question. It could prove stressful. It could affect your cat's behavior. Absolutely. Cats are creatures of routine. And inherently, when it comes to feeding times, they want to eat at dawn and dusk. But once they get in tune with your schedule, which for your health too, it's best if you have a routine sleep and wake schedule. Absolutely. Honest answer for me, I would say that it would benefit you both so much if you could get in a routine sleeping pattern. Would it be unhealthy for your cat? It wouldn't be unhealthy for them unless they waited too long to eat and threw up their food often, if you notice that, because sometimes with cats, if their stomach gets too acidic, if they wait too long to eat, then they will vomit their food up, which I have a video about this coming up as well, but they will vomit their food up due to their stomach being too acidic, and then perhaps they ate too quickly. So having routine meal times within a couple of hours, you don't have to be neurotic about like the minute, but having routine meal times is definitely advantageous to both you and them. As for being stressful, I think it could end up being stressful just because their behavior, if they don't have a routine that they're used to, their behavior can become erratic, and that means they are a little bit stressed, but then that can end up making you stressed, and you don't want that either. And I think a lot of times this miscommunication or unfortunately can lead to worse things, like perhaps an owner just all of a sudden identifies that cat as being a bad cat, misbehaved, not friendly, crazy, when in actuality, that cat just needed more regular meal times. I always suggest to do a trial run. See if you can get yourself in a routine with sleep for 1 to 2 weeks. Just commit to 2 weeks, 14 days, 10 to 14 days. Commit to 10 days of a routine sleep schedule where you feed your cats at the same time within an hour or two for dinner and for breakfast, and you get the same sleep routine. See if that improves their behavior. See if you feel better as well, getting a routine, normal sleep schedule. From personal experience, I can tell you that Puppy and Alfred, they know when it's bedtime, and they tell me when it's bedtime. And they're so used to the routine that Puppy will come up, and if I'm working late, he'll stay on the laptop, or Alfred will come in and meow, and they'll wait for me in bed. And I'm telling you, the structure is great, because it's almost like I can't relate to those memes where people are like talking about their cats doing zoomies at 2 or 3 a.m. because Puppy and Alfred sleep in bed with me when I'm sleeping, and they get up when I get up. And if I happen to sleep in a little bit, that's when they start to act out, because it's breaking their routine of their usual meal times. Keep in mind that cats also act out on full moons and new moons. And time changes. Hi, Jasmin. What would you feed a cat with cancer? Would a raw food diet be better for her? And what else would you give a cat with cancer? So even though I have this disclaimer on every video description, all over the website, everything, I figure before I answer this question, it is a good time to remind you again, I am not a medical professional. I am not a veterinarian. I am not anything that would get me in any kind of trouble for talking about cancer on the internet. However, if this was me personally, what I would do is keep feeding my cat raw food. I would go much deeper into the research to see if there were any additional supplements I could add to provide a better boost of immunity, increase the likelihood that my cat's body is able to fight off this unwanted presence in the body. I will say that I would want to do more research on the effect of mistletoe extract for cats. I know that it's effective anecdotally for tons of testimonials when it comes to humans who have a similar health issue. as well as Essaic tea, which if you haven't heard of that, I highly suggest looking it up. It's by a Canadian nurse years ago, and I could do a video about this in the future as well, but it has proven very, very effective for a number of people, humans, who have had this kind of diagnosis. Even that I know personally, Essaic tea and Essaic herb is incredibly effective as well for dogs. And I'll leave a link in the description below on how to spell it, and actually somewhere on Amazon where you can get it. You want to make sure that it has certain percentages of certain herbs and roots and things in it to honor the original recipe for it or concoction for it. So that I think is safely all I can say here, but I hope that information helps you. And if you want me to make a video about this in the future, please let me know in the comments. Next question. Explain the history about catnip and what it does to cats. Funny thing, I am going to have a video coming up about this week, I think, because I'm going to show you guys how to make a catnip latte for humans, not for cats. It's delicious, and it does the opposite thing for humans as it does for cats. If you didn't know, it's a stimulant for cats, makes them go all crazy. And for humans, it's more of a sedative, which is the same reaction that dogs have to it, actually. But yeah, I'll have a video about that coming up, and that'll be fun. I don't know if I'm going to do a separate one for the catnip tea and then the catnip facts, or I might mix them into one, but stay tuned for that. What is your favorite cat breed and color? I don't have a favorite. I don't think I can fit or pick a favorite, which reminds me that Alfred's DNA results should be coming in any day now, I think, pretty soon. And I'm very excited about it. I almost want to not even look at them until I film, and then we can find out together and compare them with puppies. Yeah, I don't have a favorite cat breed and color, but if I had to do like the typical cat parent answer, I would say that my own cat's breed and color are my favorite. And last question I will end with today, to avoid this video being longer than it probably already will be, is, are you engaged or married? For this, because you guys know I like to be as accurate as possible with everything, I referred to my most recent tax return, which it looks like I filed as single. So that is my current official status. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this first Q&A of the month. I'm not too sure how many more there will be. I do want to throw in some meditation, some guided meditation. I don't know. It depends on how many more questions I get and if you even liked this type of video, because I feel like I didn't really give any solid answers, honestly, because I just looked at the question as I was filming this and didn't give myself any prep time, because there's a lot of videos coming up this month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please click that thumbs up if you did. If you have any additional questions you want me to answer, leave them as a comment below, and depending on that, I might do another one of these videos. And of course, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. By the way, this is a new hoodie that I got from Arm the Animals, which, if you can't see, it's a little crop hoodie, super comfortable. I'll leave a link to this hoodie and all of their other fun stuff below. I think they're having a good sale right now. So yeah, check them out if you like, cats with machine guns and stuff. All that being said, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.